Hello and welcome back to Die Rollin. I'm the ever excitable Adam, and I've just come back from a little break. The little break was unfortunately inflicted upon me due to COVID. I went to the UK Games Expo, had a great time, picked up a few games and something else on the way. So I was really desperate to kind of get back to you guys and let you know what I've been playing and all the kind of fun stuff I'd done. But unfortunately, COVID happened, so I couldn't even speak or breathe at points, so that's fun. Anyway, the point of this video today is it's just a quick shout out about a particular game that I have played that is nearing its very end of the funding kind of window for GameFound. This is a game that I have played with the creator over over a Facebook Messenger video. It's quite ingenious, to be fair. Normally, when I'm playing a board game for the first time, it's going to be either in person. We're sent a prototype copy, and I can kind of get all the rules wrong and kind of learn as I go and show you what I think of that game. Or sometimes it's over a tabletop simulator. However, I actually the creator had set up a game of it in their little studio, and using a kind of camera, I was basically telling him where to move. I was rolling some d6 in my house, telling what the results were, and he was doing some amazing narration. So the game in question, which you already know if you've read the title of this video, is, now let's see if I get this right, The Thinning Veil, Cormac, and on the other side of midnight. I always say the other end, and I should have just written this down. Now the reason I'm kind of talking about this game is because I played it on the Sunday a couple of weeks ago. I absolutely loved it, and I wanted to I already on one of my Wednesday waffles, I think I spoke about it briefly, and I just wanted to do a quick shout out for this game because I don't think enough people know about this. Now, dungeon crawlers are a particular weakness for me. I absolutely love dungeon crawlers. I love the idea of having a character going through a whole narrative kind of campaign, especially if you can share it with the buddies. But more and more these days, I play solo games because I have no friends. I have friends. So this particular game is kind of steeped in Irish mythology. You are playing this Cormac, who I didn't really know much about, but apparently was one of the High Kings of I was going to say Scotland then, Ireland then. Yeah, one of the High Kings of Ireland. Lots of stories about him, and this is kind of like this is him as a young man. The narrative side of this is beautiful, especially. I mean, I was kind of treated because Paul, the guy who made this, he read it out in such a beautiful, beautiful fashion. The guy should be a voice actor, but yeah, he basically read this all out to us, and it's one of these games that there's so many different ways to skin a cat. What I mean by that is the kind of level I played, you start off chained up, and you have multiple ways to get out of those chains. And depending on what you do, means you might get a different item, or there might be a different kind of event that happens. But it's fantastic. It's a game that has really blown me away. I have played it and I've come away, and it's a game I keep thinking about. I was desperate to actually play it again at the expo, but Triskelion games were absolutely rammed over the expo, and I'm not surprised. The game just really kind of stands out on the tabletop, and yeah, the fact it's not just a solo, you can play it 2-player, it just ticks all the boxes. Lovely acrylic standees, meaningful choices when you're playing the game. You are basically rolling dice and then allocating those dice to particular actions, and it's just beautiful. It's just an absolute work of art. The Thinning Veil originally was a really big narrative campaign game. It didn't fund at Kickstarter, so they scaled it back and are kind of giving you this this great introduction into the system, into the world and the lore. And I think more companies should do this, where they start you off with like a smaller kind of scale back version. And when I say scale back, this is a full game. This is a fantastic game with lots of really cool options, lots of really cool kind of enemies to come across, really inventive narrative elements to it, and the kind of rolling the dice and, kind of, I don't know, is that, trying to think of the terms for the actual mechanics behind it. But suffice to say, this guy felt it was so good that I just want more people to know about it. So my very first video back from post-COVID blues is me just doing a quick shout out for this game. I'll put a link below in the comments. I highly recommend, if you are a fan of dungeon crawlers in any capacity, this is one of the most unique dungeon crawlers I have played recently, and I have played a ton of dungeon crawlers, a ton. It is, it's an absolute delight to play. The narrative is so immersive and just beautiful, and you guys should back it. This is definitely a game everyone who enjoys a dungeon crawler should give a go. And it's one of those things that I'm going to be keeping an eye on Triskelion Games, because if they go back to doing the Thinning Veil, the big box version they want to do of this, this is one you need to drop everything you're doing and check this game out. This is a public service announcement. I don't get paid by anybody to talk about this kind of stuff. This is purely by the sheer joy of playing games and trying to share my thoughts and feelings with you guys, because you might have a vested interest in listening to this guy now and again. Anyway, The Thinning Veil, Cormac on the Other Side of Midnight. Check that game out. You have only got maybe 48 hours, maybe 24 hours at the point of this video dropping. But yes, definitely get over there. I believe the game funded a while back. But yeah, the more people who can fund this game, the better, because then more people are playing this game, more people are talking about this game, and more people will be interested in getting the big box version of this out at some point once they do that. But yes, that's about it from me about this game. Stay tuned to the channel, because I will be doing various videos throughout this week and next. We'll be returning with Dungeons & Saga Origins. We'll be returning, I'm sorry guys, we will be returning with Shadows of Brimstone. I have just been absolutely wrecked. And we actually have, we have an exclusive game to show you guys. There are only 2 prototypes of this game in the world, and we have one of them. So I'll be talking you through that as we go through it. Anyway, I've been the ever excitable Adam. You're watching this. Thank you for that. Check out this game. It is fantastic. Link below. Until next time, guys, stay safe or die rolling.